I just remember being nervous as hell. But also, like, completely and totally chilled out. We'd never met in person. You know, I always forget that the entire experience was under the influence to some degree. I mean, I didn't want him to think I was like a junkie or something, you know? God, it's so vile. It literally makes me want to puke. No, I have these all too vivid memories of my mother pouring it down my throat and then just like these rivers of tears running down my cheeks. No, it wasn't abusive. It was just I had a cold.
Hi, I was wondering if you had any Robitussin capsules or gels. My daughter really hates the liquid medicine.
Oh, no, I haven't gone near it since. It fully traumatized me. Besides, can you like not drive after you drink it?
No, she really hates the liquid. She can never keep it down when she takes it.
Well, I don't know. I literally never get sick.
Great, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Her throat's really been hurting and she hasn't been able to sleep at night.
I'm sorry you find my suffering so amusing.
She's in a lot of pain. Okay, thank you. That'll make the world a difference.
You're welcome.
Damn it. How is she supposed to take? Hi!
Hey, Lisa, right?
Yeah, and you're, Mark, I
Yep.
hope.
Yeah.
Oh. You come here often?
Oh, sure, all the time, yeah. I love hiking.
Great, me too. I got my hiking shoes and everything.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, my shoes aren't really that great for hiking. I probably should have worn a different pair. Well, I actually don't have a different pair, so I probably should have gone to buy another pair.
Okay.
And then worn that pair that I bought. I should have worn the pair that I bought from the store.
Yeah, you seem a little overdressed for a hike.
Oh, do I? This is just usually what I wear. The sole of my right shoe is actually starting to fall out a little bit, and I'm scared that I'm gonna trip and fall on the trail. I'm always scared that when I hike alone, I'm gonna trip and hit my head, and then it might be days till somebody finds me, or maybe even weeks.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean... You look great. Really. I really like this shirt.
Thanks. It was a Christmas present from last year. I actually hadn't worn it until last week, and then I noticed how well it fit me, so I thought I'd wear it today.
Okay. Well, you have a trail you want to go on? I'm new to this neck of the woods.
Oh yeah, you just follow me.
You have a map?
Oh, no need. I'm really familiar with this part of the woods. Do you like mountains?
Sure. You have all these trails memorized by heart.
Yeah. Well, I'm just asking because I'm actually known to walk very quickly, and sometimes even on flatter paths, people lose their breath trying to keep up with me, so I'm scared that if we go on a trail with a lot of change in elevation, you might find yourself at a loss for words, which would really make getting to know you a lot harder.
Couldn't we just go a little slower than you normally would?
Well, I can try, but it's largely subconscious. As soon as I start walking, I basically begin a steady acceleration that doesn't stop until somebody points it out to me.
Oh.
We can, yeah, let's just choose a flatter path.
Yeah, that might be better for your shoe.
Oh, no, I was just saying for your sake. Oh, I'm sorry. See how that could have sounded mean. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
Come on.
My first impression was that he was a lot. I mean, okay, he was kind of cute, but nowhere near justifying that level of unawareness.
There really aren't that many great men's shoes out there, which is exactly what I'd been saying. And, well, I don't know if it's the same for women's or maybe even worse, but men's shoes are just always so bizarre and archaic, or like futuristic, but like in an my heel started to get sore after just like a couple of minutes of walking a day. And no amount of Tiger Balm was doing the trick, so I knew I had to make it a priority. Long story short, my grandmother's knees gave out when she was just 96, and the doctors figured out it was because of like narrow at the sides, but like really wide at the toes, like abnormally wide, which is a little gross in all honesty. and I hate feet, really, I do. I like had to buy the shoe. I mean, the guy had taken all this time and he fitted to my foot and everything, but it was just so flimsy, I knew it was gonna give out one day and I'd be left unconscious and horizontal. My predictions haven't exactly been wrong, although I thought it would be the left one before the right one, because I tend to do this kind of lean when I walk, and
Mark.
you know, it's just kind of like a thing that I do, and then I just...
Mark,
Yeah?
come check
What is
this out. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So anyway, I really am worried about the left one, even though it's the right one that's causing me all this...
Shh. You talk a lot.
Yeah. I tend to do that when I get nervous.
I do the opposite.
Well, I know from experience that it's usually a bad sign when conversation turns to weather, but my God, the weather we're having.
Yeah.
I always forget how much nicer things are when you're taking the time to enjoy them. I'm sorry, I feel like I've been talking about myself this whole time. Do you want to tell me about yourself?
Sure. It's very generous of you.
You're welcome.
Where to start? Well, I have 2 perfectly good shoes that are functioning perfectly.
Oh, really? Where do you get them? Oh, that was a joke.
I am the manager of a sales team at an insurance firm, but I don't really like it at all.
Well, what would you rather be doing?
I don't know.
What?
I'd really like to be a writer, but I'm not any good at it, so
Well, you should be a writer.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. I mean, I have a first draft done, but it's terrible.
No.
So what do you do?
Well, I like to hike.
I mean, besides hiking. Like, what's your job?
Oh, well, technically I'm in between jobs right now. Well, no, I'm actually not in between jobs because I'm a high school teacher's assistant, and I have been for like, what is it, 3 years now? But in reality, I want to be a photographer.
Oh, that's...
Or at least I would be if I could support myself that way, but I can't. Or at least I haven't tried, and it does seem not smart,
Ooh.
financially at least, you know. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask what you taught.
Oh, English to 10th graders.
Oh, well, what are you guys reading?
Advanced Fundamental Keys to Understanding and Using Grammar of the Modern English Language, 19th edition. It's mostly a grammar and vocabulary class.
Oh. Well, we should, probably get going. It's gonna start getting dark soon, so.
Yeah, it's a good idea to get out of the park before it gets dark, 'cause that's when all the weirdos come out. Plus, it's a lot harder to see where you're going when it's dark, and therefore easier to trip and fall.
Especially if your shoes are bad.
We were not off to a good start. At all. But I don't know, I was kind of getting the first glimpses into the man inside of those boots. Honestly, I think I was frying his nerves quite a bit just by looking in his general direction.
How long will you wander, my wayward daughter? 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 Oh, girl, do you see how much she loves you?
Mark, are you sure you know where you're going?
Do you see how much
Yes.
she loves you? Oh, girl, do you see that he will make all things new? Oh, girl, oh, girl, do you see how much she loves you? How long will you wander, my wayward daughter? 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 That boy.
Watch out for that root right here.
Yeah, I see it.
And this one right here.
I see it.
Watch out for that root.
Yeah, I see it.
And that one there.
I see it too.
That one there too.
Wait, Mark, that's not a root, it's a child's shoe. Ew.
Well, it could be a woman's shoe or even a man's, really. It's kind of hard to tell.
Mark, shouldn't we be back by now?
Yeah, I'd say just a couple more minutes. We're almost there.
Right, good.
Are you okay? I thought about pointing out that root to you, but I thought I might be annoying you by doing so.
What is this?
It looks like a child's shoe, or maybe a woman's. I mean,
Mark.
or man's.
Are we lost?
I mean, I'm right here, and you're right there, and I mean, isn't that what we came here to do? I mean, to get to know each other. I mean,
Step back.
I don't want to hurt you.
Stay where you are. Hands up.
Is that pepper spray?
Tell me right now, are we lost? You forgot to clean up after the last girl, didn't you?
What other girl? I don't know what.
Stop! One move and you're toast.
Listen,
All right,
I don't know what you're talking about, but
here's
just...
the deal, Mark. If that even is your real name,
It is?
you are gonna turn around and you're gonna walk in that direction until you hit the parking lot or your stupid little shoe falls apart and you fall flat on your face, never to be seen or heard from for days or weeks or months.
What about you? What are you gonna do?
I don't feel like dying at the hands of a wacko serial killer, and especially not at the hands of you. So if you follow me, I will douse you. And I'm not talking about a flying mist. I'm talking about a fire extinguisher. Now get walking.
I didn't bring a map because I wanted to impress you. I wanted you to think I was like a cool outdoorsy guy, that I did hikes and stuff.
Mark, about an hour ago, this went from being the weirdest date I've ever been on to the worst date I've ever been on. Now, I'd just like to keep it from being the last.
But I don't know where I'm going.
Well, that makes two of us, but only one of us has bear mace. So get walking. Go on.
Morning, dude. Morning. I didn't hear you snoring last night. How's the futon treating you?
Yeah, I didn't sleep that great last night.
Hey, do you have the Lucky Charms over there? Mark?
Yeah, they're out here already.
All right, awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I thought you might have finished them. It's kind of a mess. So why couldn't you sleep?
I have a date today.
That's awesome. That's really awesome, dude. I'm proud of you. What's wrong though? This is a good thing. Like, this is a very important step. Have you gotten to tell Dad yet?
Good morning, boys.
Morning, sweetie. Guess who has a date today?
Well, I sure hope it's not you, sweetie.
Well, then you'd be hoping right.
Does one of you have the Lucky Charms? I guess chivalry really is dead. So, Mark, what's the matter? Are you lactose intolerant all of a sudden?
What? Oh, no, I just didn't want any milk today.
It's lactose intolerant, sweetie.
Well, there are worse things than dry cereal.
Wait, wasn't the milk here when I sat down? Did I leave it out all day yesterday? Smells fine to me.
No, I got it out for you guys.
Thanks.
So, Mark, there's a couple of things you're going to want to remember today, and I know it's been a little while, so it's okay if you're a little rusty.
Okay.
Try not to talk too much. Women always prefer guys that are a little bit more on the quiet side compared to the talkative side.
That shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I was nervous as a high schooler on our first date, but man, I don't think I let you get a single word in.
Oh, how the tables have turned. Also, always remember to open the door for her, but don't like run around to the other side of the car when you park. You know, you don't want to seem too desperate. Subtly offer to pay, but if she insists, don't force it. And like, if there's only a little bit of cereal left in the morning, save it for her. Thanks, darling. Want some yogurt? And just remember to be yourself. Be calm, be cool, and she will eat you up. So where are you guys going?
Westwood.
Oh, she'll love that. And dinner?
I was thinking I'd just let her decide, I guess.
Look at you, real pro. And just remember, even if you think literally everything in the world is going wrong, it's probably fine. I thought Jeff was going to wet himself. And now?
Really, Mark, there's no way you're gonna do worse than I did.
Step right. Step 8. Step 1. Talk to the girl about your shoes. Step 2. I mean, they're really cool shoes, sure, but they suck. Stop it! I don't even care anymore. She doesn't care about the shoes!
Hello? Is anybody there?
Lisa? Lisa! Lisa!
Get me out of here!
Here, toss me your stuff.
Help me up!
I'm trying. Come on. Okay, watch the shirt. It's new.
Mark, it's a year old. Where's my stuff?
What about your mace?
Lost in the lake.
Well, it's a pond. Hey. Well, don't you want to get it? I mean, I'm sure it can't be good for the fish.
I've had enough water for the day, but be my guest.
Me? Look at how I'm dressed. I can't go in there. Watch out for this board here. It might break. I'm more than happy to provide moral support if you want to go back in and get it, but I simply cannot ruin this entire outfit just to get an entire dousing of pepper spray in my eyes. Nobody's home.
How would you know? Do you come here often?
No, but I looked through the windows and I didn't see anything.
Did you knock? Oh yeah, I too check the windows before I knock.
You have really pretty eyes.
Now's not the time for that. Yeah, I don't hear anything. I mean, look at this place though. This has got to be like an Airbnb or something.
Right?
Well,
Did you make a reservation?
no. But have you seen any signs of civilization in the last 3 hours?
I mean, there was a shoe, and the paths were obviously
No,
artificial,
God, Mark, you
but
don't have to keep playing so dumb, okay? Owners of Airbnbs have to leave their renters' keys somehow. We are in the middle of nowhere, which means the key is around here somewhere, probably hidden.
Oh,
Okay, so look for it.
okay.
No, Mark, what are you doing? You're not gonna find it by massaging the walls. You have to look behind, under things. No, Mark, it's like you've never had to break into a cabin before.
I haven't.
It was a joke.
Well, sometimes with you, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was that funny either, but when you're stuck in the woods with a psycho perv, you gotta get your kicks where you can.
I was terrified. It'd been years since I've gone on a date, and I mean, the worse this one was going, the more I was cross-checking it with ones from the past. Just going, man, they couldn't have been this bad, right? I mean, we're lost in the woods. Okay, well, there was this one time where me and Monica got lost on the way to dinner, but I mean, at least she wasn't drenched to the bone and freezing. Okay, actually, there was this one time that me and Erica got caught in the rain. Yeah, okay, but at least we never had to break into anywhere. Okay, actually, there was this one time where I locked my keys in my car and I had to impress Tina with my shoehorn skills, but... So, I was in my head, beating myself up and generally feeling just pretty down. And I was absolutely starving because I hadn't eaten beforehand. Well, because sometimes I get indigestion, and I've already been down that road on another date at an Applebee's. Then I remember just standing there thinking about how stupid it was to bring this girl to an Applebee's, and then remembering that I couldn't even bring myself to go back to the table from the bathroom where I was suffering from my indigestion. Partly because of how embarrassed I was about my obviously upset bowels, and partly because of the fact that I had brought her to an Applebee's. But the part I feel most guilty about was leaving through the Applebee's bathroom window, which is somehow less sexy than it sounds.
You little...
Will you be quiet? There is someone in that room.
Okay. My first impressions of her were that she was pretty and funny. Kind of mean.
Isn't there some kind of like emergency network for when there's no service?
I wouldn't know.
Or did you check?
Check what?
For an emergency network. Try it.
Well,
Nothing.
but did you check?
I don't know exactly how one goes about checking for an emergency network, but I tried to make a call and nothing happened. What are you doing?
Just checking.
Oh, come on. There's no service, we're not calling for help, and nobody's coming to help us, okay? So we might as well just sit here, not looking at each other, but also not letting each other out of our sights.
So that's that. We just sit here until we rot.
No, we'll go look for help in the morning or something, but there's no use in checking for emergency networks right now, okay?
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Just as I was about to get away. And what are you looking at me for anyway? I'm not the one who lures girls out into the woods.
Lisa, well, I'm sure I can take you in fair hand-to-hand combat, or at least get enough punches in to save my pride. I find your accessories a little unseemly. And judging by our track records from the past couple of hours, yours is the one that sticks out like a sore thumb.
Well, you know what they say. Sneak up on a girl with a knife and get a cloud of pepper spray in your eyes.
Wow, that almost rhymes.
I don't think I have to tell you that this is the worst date I've ever been on or plan to be on.
Really? I thought it was going swimmingly.
No. I mean, even before you got us lost in the woods. It started right about the same time I saw you from my car.
Wow. That's just mean.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry that the fire alarm looked so menacing under the door.
Check it.
I'm calling. Who am I calling?
I don't know anyone. What? What happened?
It's gone. It was there for a second and now it's gone. Hey girl, how's the date going? Is he as tall as his profile said? Did he pay for dinner? Did you check the kitchen?
Yeah, I checked in the fridge. There's nothing there. I mean, there might be something in the cabinet, but I doubt it. There's stuff to make coffee, though, so...
How are you feeling?
A little overwhelmed.
I meant your eyes.
Oh.
All right, I am very cold and wet, and I think you're right about our general situation here. So I'm gonna go and see if there's any hot water or water at all for a shower. I will be taking the knife and the mace. And if I so much as see that doorknob jiggle, this whole cabin will go up in a cloud. See if you can make us something nice for dinner. I'm going to be a while. I have to dry my clothes. Ow!
When we first got into the cabin and Lisa was contemplating the endless possibilities of what could be behind that red glowing door, well, my eyes drifted to something a little jazzier. I had a really good friend who was a bassist. He played a lot of improvisational jazz, which I hated before I got to know him, and, well, I also hated while I knew him. But now sometimes there's nothing in the whole world that I love more, particularly when I'm feeling down or blue or just a little overwhelmed. Mood lighting. Just fill to the dotted line with water and heat mixture in a pan until cooked thoroughly. Okay, I can do that. My family used to make fun of me all the time because of this one time I blew up our microwave trying to make scrambled eggs. They all came running when they heard a boom, and then they saw me on the floor with a bunch of burnt eggs all over my face, and then they all started laughing so hard my dad, who has a weak heart, passed out and joined me on the floor. Well, I'm really glad that none of them ever heard about this, because if they did, my dad probably wouldn't still be with us today. Lisa?
God. Mark?
Your dinner.
Oh my God. Whew. This has some kick to it.
Is that what you call that?
Is this all they had?
Well, it expires in 3 years.
Lucky worker now.
I think I can stomach it as long as I'm nearly starving. After that, I don't know.
Sorry. I'm like... Water.
Oh, don't use it. It's disgusting. Here, water's on the fridge.
Mark, is this alcohol?
What? No, it's water.
How much of this water did that require?
I don't know. It said fill to the dotted line. Maybe half a cup each or a third? I
And
don't know.
how many did you make?
3?
I don't feel so good.
That's just gotta be coincidence. I mean, we've had a long day, and I mean, we haven't even eaten that much. I mean, see, there's barely anything gone.
Well, it's not an insignificant amount either.
Alcohol cooks out. It turns into a gas or something when you heat it up, right?
Well, you have to get it really, really hot first. And it takes several hours to cook it all out. Oh, God.
What? What now?
Robitussin.
What? You drank all that? Are you sick?
Oh my God, it's just a cough. And yes? Why? Is this a lot?
Is that a lot? Yes, that is a lot. A standard dose is less than 20 milliliters.
20 milliliters? Is this more than 20 milliliters? Why do you know that?
That's at least 200.
200? Am I gonna die?
I don't know. You mixed it with cleaning alcohol.
Me? Me? That was you! You!
It happens. So, a little less hungrily and a lot less clear-headedly, we sat down to play a game of Scrabble.
I think this is the reason why I've never finished a game of Scrabble.
Hmm?
Never mind. I don't know what I'm in a hurry for anyway.
Is it that if you play on a triple word, before you triple the score, you get the points from the whole word or just the points that you played?
Whole word, I think.
And do you double the letters before you double the word or after?
Before. Mark, in your personal opinion, which is more boring? Scrabble or Monopoly? Or Yahtzee?
Yahtzee, by a mile.
See, when I think about Scrabble, I think about these 4 old women in a nursing home. And they've been sitting there for years. And every couple of days, one of them takes a turn. And once they run out of letters, after like 3 election cycles, they just sort of wipe the board, start all over. What game are they playing?
Yahtzee?
No. God, Mark, this is so boring.
I'm sorry. If I would have known better, I would have chosen cabin with a better selection of board games.
You could have picked one that had something other than smooth jazz.
So, if I play right here, I get the points from what I play plus the points from rest,
Yes, Mark, I'm glad you're getting it now.
but not the points from the double word thing.
No, God, Mark, okay. This is a double letter. This is a double word. This is a triple letter, and this is a triple word. But for the love of God, just play something so we can finish this game. I don't even care if I win.
What do you mean you don't care if you win?
I am playing Scrabble in the middle of the woods with a stranger. How exactly is winning gonna help me?
Well, if you don't want to win, I just really don't even want to play then.
No, God, Mark, play! There's nothing better to do anyway.
We could put some stakes up.
No, Mark, I don't want... That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but I don't really know what to put up, so...
Well, I know that as soon as it became apparent we were going to be spending the night here, at some point or another, we both thought about the sleeping arrangements.
What? No.
Oh,
I didn't
don't deny it. I know you've noticed there's only one bed, and that couch could sleep one of us if we cut off our head and legs.
Okay.
And since I have no intention of sharing that bed with you, and I have the mace, I figured one of us was going to be getting a lot better sleep than the other. I also figured that right about the time we decided to go to bed, I would simply demand to have the bed to myself and leave you to sleep on that couch, headless and legless.
How kind of you. Oh.
But, seeing as my judgment is most definitely impaired, I am willing to put what little I have on the line if it will make this game a smidge more interesting.
So winner gets the bed. And loser will sleep.
Probably very poorly.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Positively?
positively.
Well, I was going to save us from this and turn rest into crest for just 7 points, but now that the bet is on the line, that's INTERCOURSE, intercourse, EMAIL, email, and XU, shoe, plus the 50-point bonus for using all my tiles, which comes out to around 257 points, I believe. I know. You're supposed to let the girl win on the first date, but I'd pretty much given up all hopes of ever seeing her again, so... In a past life, I was an 800-year-old granny at a nursing home Scrabble table.
What?
That's how I got so good.
I'm still not convinced you didn't rig that somehow.
Is flipping the board not enough? Do you also have to accuse people of cheating when they beat you? What's that?
Haha.
Wow. Very mature of you.
This one's an F.
You know what? If you don't want me here, you can pick up the pieces yourself.
Will you chill out? I was just messing around.
And so we officially finished off the date with an extremely tense viewing of an old movie on an old VHS player hooked up to an old TV. Hey, how long did it take for the water to clear up? I want to take a shower.
It'll get there. There's some that's crystal clear on top of the refrigerator.
Haha, very funny.
Hey, wait. What are you doing with those?
You only need the one.
Yeah, but I like to keep one between my legs. It keeps my knees from grating.
They say sleeping on your back is better.
For you anyway.
There's a tile by your head.
The blank. Could have helped me earlier.
I don't think it's gonna help you that much. I mean, you're the kind of person who plays in next to a triple word score.
Well, I'm sorry. I like to keep my speech HOLY holy.
What about blank you?
I censored that.
You want the lights off?
No. I'm afraid of the monster under my bed. Oh, wait.
You know, you're really mean sometimes. Lisa!
What?
Is that you?
No.
What's the matter? Trouble sleeping?
Is this a barricade?
Yes. If given the choice between one pervert and potentially infinite perverts, I choose one.
Why do you think everybody around you's some kind of freak?
Better safe than sorry.
In this?
It is what it looks like, Mark. A bed.
Go on. Upstairs.
But you won the game.
Yeah, well, an ice bed doesn't do you much good if it's right above a construction site, so go.
Mark.
Really. I've slept on much worse.
You have? Why?
I was just saying that so you'd go upstairs. Worst I've gone on is a summer camp mattress.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Positively.
Yes. Positively.
Good night, Mark.
Night. I had a dream that night. Something was calling me, beckoning me. It felt very friendly and very loving. But very far away, like an old friend who just couldn't make it. But I knew that we'd meet again someday. And until then, we'd be together in places like this.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
What are you watching?
Gone with the Wind.
Oh my god, are you crying?
No.
You are such a sap. You pretend like you aren't, but you are.
It's a good movie.
Uh-huh. Are you still talking to that guy?
What's that got to do with anything?
Just asking. I mean, you know, Cary Grant's already taken, or at least I think he is.
It's Clark Gable. No. I left him on red.
Why would you go and do a thing like that?
He wanted to take me to a sports bar.
Sports bars are all that bad. I mean, they have nice drinks a lot of the time.
For a first date? We haven't even met in person before.
If at first you don't succeed, then try again.
What's the point? I'm fine right here.
Lisa, the first date doesn't matter. Going on a first date doesn't even count as trying, and for just pretending like it does just leads to...
What?
Will you just do something for me?
No.
Just this once. Just this one time. Give him a second shot.
I would rather end up single and happy than married to some jerk I can't stand. You know my mother.
Yes, your mom threw her champagne at your dad at their 25th, and he flipped the cake on the floor and went to the casino. But here is the thing. We are not talking about 25 years. We're not even talking about marriage. We're just talking about one dinner and then another dinner, and that's it.
What's the point if it's only 2 dates?
Lisa, you are pretty and funny and smart, and occasionally kind. That's plenty to work with. Now, this conversation is not over. When I get back from work, we are going to find you a date. Now get to swiping.
In the shade of the house, in the sunshine on the riverbanks by the boats, in the shade of the sallow wood and the fig tree, Siddhartha, the handsome Brahmin's son, grew up with his friend Govinda. The sun browned his slender shoulders on the riverbank while bathing at the holy ablutions, at the holy sacrifices. Shadows passed across his eyes in the mango grove during play, while his mother sang, during his father's teachings when with the learned men. Siddhartha had already long taken part in the learned men's conversations, had engaged in debate with Govinda, and had practiced the art of contemplation and meditation with him. Already he knew how to pronounce Om silently. This word of words, to say it inwardly with the intake of breath, when breathing out with all his soul, his brow radiating the glow of pure spirit. Already he knew how to recognize Atman within the depths of his being, indestructible, at one with the universe. I am and where I'm meant to be.
I first meditated a few days before Mark and I matched. I saw this documentary about it on Discovery at like 3 a.m. and decided to give it a try. And then completely forgot about it the next day. But sometimes life just doesn't let you run from some things. Mark was the latest in a long line of half-baked attempts at finding a steady boyfriend. But it was that morning that I realized that boyfriends don't just become.
What I am and where I'm meant to be. I am what I am that I am that I am and where I am that I am and where I'm meant to be. Mark.
Oh, morning, Lisa. Making us some coffee. There we go. There's this little bean that wouldn't get unstuck.
I think it's probably time we got going.
Yeah, good idea. I'm getting pretty hungry. Plus, it's just now occurring to me that we're actually trespassing on private property. Think they're gonna be mad?
I guess cleaning couldn't hurt our cause. Come on.
Oh, God!
Okay?
I think I broke it. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think I definitely broke it.
Right too.
What?
Come on. Does this hurt?
Yes! Yes! Oh!
Does this hurt?
Oh, careful! Yes, it does, okay?
Does this hurt?
Yes! Yes, it does!
Okay. I'm gonna go try and find a way out of here so I can bring back someone to take care of you.
You're leaving me here alone?
You'll live. If you think that you won't, just shout really, really loud and I might still be able to hear you, depending on how long it takes you to convince yourself that you're dying.
Lisa?
Yes?
Do you still think I lured you out here to...
No, Mark. I never really did. I can just get defensive sometimes when I'm caught off guard.
Yeah, I'll say.
Which is not to say that this wasn't the worst date I've ever been on, or that you're not weird.
Okay.
Well, bye-bye. Keep pressure on that or we might have to amputate.
Hey, that's not funny.
I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Doesn't look that hard.
I see you spent the night. You know, if you need me to pick you up, I want to hear all about it. Why? Why service for you and nothing else?
Does he have earbuds in?
No, shh. I think he heard us. Well, maybe he does actually.
He's looking right at us.
Oh, no. He's just wandering. You know, he does that sometimes.
What? Why? Boy, I sure hope those are the noise canceling kind.
Oh, I think I saw those in his Amazon cart a few weeks back. Sure wish I had that kind of money to spend. All mine goes to the rent.
Shh, honey, keep your voice down. I've tried my friends, they don't work that well. He sure is getting close to us.
Just don't move a muscle. Here, face the wall. You know, eyes can reflect in the dark.
That's only cats, dummy.
Shh. He's right here.
Do you think he can smell us?
He can probably smell you.
Shut up! It's not my fault your soap smells like rubber.
Shh. Oh, hi, Mark. This is Kate, my friend.
Oh, hi, Jeff. I'm your brother, Mark.
Do what?
I thought we were role playing. Hi, Mark. I don't see any earbuds.
Well, I don't have any earbuds, so. Okay. So, what brings you to the rooftop tonight? Think you called it wandering? Right. That's what I was doing. I just ran into her, like, over here.
Yes, I do love to wander sometimes.
In this dark, dirty corner.
Yes.
Well, nice to finally meet you. I'm Jeff's brother.
Nice to meet you too, Mark. The pleasure is all mine. Jeff's told me so much about you.
Oh, Mark, there was something I wanted to tell you about. I'm thinking about getting another roommate to help out with, the rent. Oh? Actually, I'm not thinking about it. I'm definitely doing it. Okay. And actually, it's Kate, who's also my fiance.
Hey, roomie.
Wait, fiance? Wait, you just said you just met. Well, no. No, we didn't just meet. We've been together 11 months. I knew that. 11 months. What? We wanted it to be a surprise, You don't have to keep babying me, okay? What? Mark, we tried not to at first. Ronnie's engagement party. Yeah, no, I don't want to hear any more about that, okay?
What happened at Ronnie's?
Nothing happened at Ronnie's. Well, not exactly nothing happened at Ronnie's engagement party. Mark might have broken down crying. It was very touching. We all thought so. Aww. Don't get me wrong. To see a grown man cry at his own sister's engagement party, it was so very touching. But then you just didn't stop. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, of course. Nothing to be embarrassed about. I mean, she was going to find out eventually anyways,
That's all right, Mark. I broke my wrist one time and I cried for a whole afternoon.
How is that relevant at all? The thing is, Mark, we want you to get back on your feet. And we know you can do it. We believe in you.
And don't worry about me moving in. You are still more than welcome to the couch.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Although, chipping in with the rent couldn't hurt. Oh, if you can spare it, of course,
So, Mark, have you ever thought about a dating show?
Ooh.
My friend just went on one, and she just went on a date with a totally knockout guy. I mean, he turned out to be a total jerk, but, hey, you live and you learn, right?
Yeah, I don't know about.
What about that girl you were talking to? What was her name? Veronica, Vicky, Violet? No, Virginia. That was it. What about her?
That was last spring.
Oh. Fuck. Really?
Yep.
Wow. It's okay, Mark. It's okay, Marky. It's alright.
It's okay. We'll find you a date.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Have you ever tried Tinder?
Nothing?
Nothing.
You just saw me put the water in there.
Hey, this is actually pretty good.
I think you're just really hungry.
Well, you're a really good chef.
Lisa, you like me? I mean, I know I tried to trick you into thinking I was a cool outdoorsy guy and did all that kind of stuff, but I mean, what do you think of me? Like, do I stick out from the crowd at all? Lisa?
I'm thinking.
You know, this is the longest I've ever stayed with a guy. It's true. We are coming up on a whole 24 hours now.
You've never dated anyone before?
Never passed the first date.
Huh.
Mark. What do you think about me?
You've got potential.
I've got potential. Okay, so what does that mean about me now?
Well, you're rough around the edges. You're mean and aggressive and uncompromising and stubborn. But you're defensive. It's not like that all the way through you.
Yeah? Well, you are so nervous all the time. I'm surprised you even worked up the courage to send me a hey. It would be cute if you didn't get comfortable all of a sudden and turn defensive like you are now.
Well, I'm sorry if I can't control my mood all the time. I'm sorry if I have insecurities.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry if I have trouble letting people in.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry that I do the same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fine.
Wait, what was that?
It was what? Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. Is that a tattoo?
No. Yes.
An infinity sign with a heart through it. It's gotta be a hell of a first date to get that for somebody.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about it. Ever.
'Cause that would probably fall under the category of letting people in.
Oh, shut up, Mark.
There's this one time, I dated this girl for about 2 years, and well, I thought she was the one, and everybody did. Like, I mean, I knew she was, and well, anyway, there's this night, just out of the blue, I got a call, and the officer, he told me that there had been a wreck.
and my best friend was driving, and, well, she was in the passenger seat.
Were they...
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, nobody does. And that's the thing. I mean, he could have been just giving her a ride home, or I don't know, planning a surprise birthday party for me. But all I know is just what I saw.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But the thing is I'm done with that. And I've been sorry, and I've grieved for a long, long time. But I'm done. I'm done with it.
Yeah, well, now I feel like a complete jerk because I told you to shut up, and your story is about 1,000 times worse than mine.
Listen, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't actually have to.
No, I think I do. Yeah, it's probably time I moved on anyway.
But a word of this to anyone, and you're dead. I fell head over heels for this guy in college. I thought he was my everything, and we were going to go on forever. Hence the heart through the infinity sign.
Well, what happened?
Nothing. Or nothing in particular. You know, I realized that he was a complete and total jerk, and I had completely overlooked that because he was tall, had this jet black hair, and worked out a lot.
Well, I mean, surely he can't be awful.
He didn't get that you had to wash your bed sheets. He just thought that as long as you had showered before you got in them, that they would just stay clean forever. I met him halfway through the semester.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You know, he took me to the gym with him this one time, and I heard him repeating to himself, alpha, 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 with every single rep he did. Yeah. He wouldn't try bottled kombucha, but he was constantly putting this powder from this unmarked black tub into his water, which I'm fairly certain were steroids.
Well, how did you guys break up?
I saw him calculate a 10% tip on a $5 bill with his phone.
Oh.
He was a petroleum engineering major.
Oh.
Yeah. It all just sort of clicked. You know, he didn't have a sensitive side. And he wasn't just a little quirky. And these weren't just little isolated incidents, you know, that we all had because we were trying to figure things out on our own. He was just immature. So I told him and I left. It was a very intense 3 weeks.
3 weeks and you got a tattoo?
Well, I got it removed. Sort of. You know, and I was already so skeptical about dating because my parents, they fight so bad all of the time, but never quite bad enough to get a divorce, even though they should have separated a long time ago. And then the one time that I let myself go and I fall in love, I get stuck with a toddler in an oversized, muscular body who couldn't even call me by my real name. He only referred to me as baby girl or bro. I'm just, you know, I've always been scared that I'll compromise and I'll, you know, wake up in 50 years next to this wrinkled old man and I will have nothing for myself. Or I'll wake up alone
in a mansion and have no one to share all of my nothing with. That isn't even the truth. I'm scared that I will always blame my fears on something else. That I will never get up and start my life. I'm scared that I'll never really be there in full.
Yeah. Yes. You're right.
Well, how would you like to be there with me in full again sometime soon?
That doesn't make any sense, but yes, I'd love to. Maybe on Friday night we could go to a real restaurant and not be in the woods for once.
Yeah.
There's a new bar in Germantown and they have big TVs for watching.
I hate sports.
I hate sports too.
Sounds like hell.
They're awful. Where's the mace?
What? No, the mace is mine. You get the knife.
What? No. Fine.
Hi, have you seen my shoe? Or, my other shoe?
Finding our way back to our cars was a lot easier with a car and a map. We pointed him in the direction of the lost shoe, and he pointed us in the direction of the park entrance, which was embarrassingly close. The owners of the cabin were understanding enough. I mean, I think most people would be if they received that much apology money out of the blue, but... And after that, we went our separate ways.
After, that is, we settled on a restaurant for Friday.
You know, walking through the trails in the park that night, even before sunset, I had already decided that this was a one and done thing. But by the next morning, I realized that you don't go on a first date looking for love. You go on a first date looking for a second. It's much less pressure, really.
Then you go on the second, looking for the third, and then a year down the line, you find yourself back where it all started. And, well, this time it's not a date, it's a honeymoon.
I said yes.
I'm still teaching, but I've actually stepped into the role of school photographer, which is a lot of work.
And
I got a couple of pictures into outdoor photographer. As you can tell, I've been getting a lot more comfortable outdoors. It's just a hobby at this point, nothing huge.
Well, they paid you.
Yeah, they did, but...
And I got a job as an editor for a publishing company, reading 1 million entries a day.
Okay, and?
And my first book is being published. It's a crime thriller set in Victorian London.
It's horrifically violent, like really, really bloody. I thought they might censor some of it, or at least like put a warning. Or it's good though. It's really, really good. I've read the whole thing all the way through at least like 2 times.
I just hope the public agrees.
With the violence or quality.
So yeah, that's us. Come back and check in on us in another year and we'll see what's changed.
Yep, we're just gonna have a long night of playing Scrabble. It's not gonna be all that interesting, but come back and check on us anytime.